Good morning, everyone. My name is Koa, and I represent Marketing Tect. Marketing like a teacher, and tect, or tekton, which means to build in Greek. And I'm here to focus on a product that I'm very passionate about and have technically been working on since I was a kid, which has disappeared. Aha, here it is. So, a bit of context. I came back to my home of Niagara in January, from China, where I was teaching physics for several years. And among the beautiful cultural differences, I noticed that there was one commonality between our students, our creatives, and even our adults, which is so many people nowadays struggle with focus. There's too many digital tools, and I'd say it's the phones, I'd say it's the kids these days, but honestly, hey, I have the same problem, which is why my phone's in black and white. So, because I had trouble staying on task, I came up with this idea when I was a kid, which is I was gonna take all my different writing tools and put them into a single big unit where everything would fit together, and I came up with this lovely creation, which Dylan Tamlin so affectionately called the Behemoth. It is a highlighter, a scissors, a French conjugation table, a ruler, a working calculator, and a pen all rolled into one. Now, of course, ew, a little bit. I love that I made this, but it is a little bit hot glued. So then eventually I grew up. I got my Master's of Education in Science, and I came up with something a little bit more convenient. This is called the Pencil, or PEN_XIL. It's a one pen pencil case that is just very convenient. And it's built to keep you in flow. So it's made out of a pencil that grows as you write with it, a pen that never jams, a highlighter that doesn't dry out even if you leave it out for a year, and a extendable eraser with an electric light on both tips. Now, it's made out of a triangular design because it's stronger and it's really easy to grip. So for example, if you hold a pen, you'll notice that you make a natural triangle with your fingers. But it is a little bit too kind of stubby and a little bit too thick to be able to be usable because we still need one machine before we can manufacture. So before I get into my marketing plan, I want to give you a little bit of precedent, which is all these different pens have been funded, A, larger than our pen was planning to be funded, and B, larger than any of them expected to fund their pens. And that makes sense because as of 2025, the stationery market has reached $100 billion globally, and in China alone, there are 100 million students, high school and above, who purchase tools every year for writing. So our program has three primary sales phases. The first one is we create a crowdfunding campaign using our contract with our accelerator program called Launch Boom, and we invest in local assets to be able to produce our invention and market it to several people, and that should allow our business to become self-sustaining as a hardware invention startup. Following this, we can engage our investor network, the connections that I made in China, and our contract with Mako Engineering to make a manufacturer-ready prototype that will go into stores like BD's Basics, Grand & Toy, and then the Chinese manufacturers, or the Chinese distributors, I'm sorry. Then we partner with additional companies to expand our reach and to integrate our products, as well as start to build new products. And then finally, we'll get to this last part, which is where all of you come in. Here we go. So here's what the Start a Company Plus grant would do for us, which is there's three primary assets that we are missing before we can launch. Number one, we need a manufacturing machine. Now, if you guys have read the business plan, and I'm sure that you all have, you'll notice that I'm slightly changing the machine that we're getting because we got access to a free CNC. So instead, this is a new machine that's come out called the Fiber Seeker, and it allows us to interlace carbon fiber strands into a 3D print, which gives us the strength of metal, but the weight of plastic. It also allows us to create an IP-specific trade secret material, which protects our IP even before we get a patent, and reduces our COGS by $10 for every pen, which, as you can imagine, is pretty massive in the long term. Secondarily, we need a marketing asset, so we need a video and a couple photos. This, we've been in contact with Giant Shoe Creative Agency, which I'm sure you all are aware of, and they are helping us process said asset. And all the assets can be recycled to the Chinese market, just via translation. And then finally, we need a landing page, which will function as our landing page for the Kickstarter, but then also allow us to move forward and act as our primary sales page so we can attain income without being tied to a distributor. So to finalize, we have a priority and a mission. Our priority is to successfully finish the final product to launch on our store, on shelves in Canada, and on distributors in China by next year. And the future and mission of our company in the long term is to teach young entrepreneurs how to develop and market their inventions to foster innovation in the Canadian economy. As you all have known in the business plan, by running this company for 5 years, I am qualified as a design and technology teacher in Ontario, which means that I can take all the knowledge that the assets, the tools, and the experience that I've acquired for this program and teach them to the next generation of inventors. Because I fundamentally believe that we should be the people we needed when we were younger and invent a future that we can be grateful to share. So this is my opportunity to give back to the Niagara region that I'm very fortunate to call home. Thank you all for your time, and build yourself a great day.